That did it. That fixed it. Yeah, I was dealing with this error for the longest time where I couldn't get the any of the data to show up on this application. It's getting ready to load now. I couldn't get any of the data to show up though, and it was it was because I wasn't. I had to source the Python.v React.js. So this one, that code is yes for that application. This one right here, this is actually a Rust project that I'm working on. So in this one, there's this pretty large data set that you can access. It's called the USPTO database. I'll show you. USPTO. It's the United States Patent and Trademark React.js. Oh, great. Keep going. Thank you. Appreciate you. It's the United States, yeah, the Patent and Trademark Office. So they essentially give you like these bulk data sets that you're able to access. So I go to my USPTO, and you can do this all like 100% for free. It's really cool. Let me go to their bulk API page. Bulk. Here we go. Open data portal. Building models. So right now, I don't have to build the models myself. I work with some of the other AI engineers in order to be able to build them, but I do help them to fine tune some of the models and to set up the RAG pipeline so that we can feed them context. Yeah, we use with this we particularly we use Azure infrastructure. So we have Azure's hosted versions of like a lot of the GPT series, Frontiers models, and then Anthropic's Frontier models as well. Uh, how about you? Do you work with models? Uh, what is my password? What did I put for this? Bruh. Software developer engineer. Okay, well, I can show you the downloaded database. I don't remember what the password is for the web portal right now. Understood. I'm mostly software developer engineer Golang. I use AI along with Opus 4.7. Yeah, bro, that's fantastic, man. That is great. Yeah, I love the Opus 4.7. I mean, one thing though that's been crazy to me is how much more expensive it's been getting though with a lot of the models because so if you remember just I want to say even 3, 4 months ago, if you wanted to use a model like Opus 4.6, right, or Opus 4.7, right, crazy expensive. If you used Opus 4.6 or 4.7, even like I don't know, like 4 or 5 months ago, it was like 3x. And I remember because one of the companies that I do work with, they give us these like GitHub allotted token pools. And I remember I was seeing, I was like, oh wow, dang, it's 3x. Like that's kind of crazy, but it's like whatever. I logged the next week, it was like 5x, then it was 7x, now it's 15x. And I've heard from some people that it's actually getting ready to in June, sometime in June, it's supposed to go up to 27. I think it's 27x is what they said. Show my GitHub page. Oh yeah, for sure. I'll show you my GitHub. Yeah, I so normally when I work for a company, they'll give me like access to my own version of their email, their own GitHub account. So don't be too upset if you don't see like a whole lot of crazy action on my GitHub page, which I'll show you. When Opus 5 comes out, we are losing jobs, bro. And it's honestly kind of scary how good the Anthropic models are at coding. Man, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like our only saving grace might be because they're so expensive to run. Is so I just recently read a report from I think it was the Cursor. CEO, where he said that so if you have a Claude Pro Max plan, and you use all 200 of the tokens that you're allotted, it actually costs Anthropic closer to like $5,000 in order to be able to actually run those tokens with all of the compute and everything. And so, unless they find a way to make that cheaper, I think that's why you're starting to see how crazy expensive the tokens are getting. So, like, that's like our one saving grace is that hopefully, it starts to get so expensive that for the same cost, that like we might as well just have a person. All right, here's my GitHub dashboard. I guess I should go to repositories, repos. Here we go. Here's my GitHub. There we go. Yeah, my I was about to say don't make too much fun of the contributions. Like I said, most of the time a company they'll give me their own login to be able to do. So I mostly just host. Oops, sorry, I accidentally hit the camera. I mostly just host a lot of my own projects on GitHub. But yeah, it's mine. We will be doing the manual jobs which are not AI worthy. You know, maybe. I hope that I really do think that you're still going to need developers for a lot of the development. Like, I mean, yeah, sure, like maybe for, doing like front end development stuff or UX, UI design work, or even just making like React JS components. Yeah, that's probably getting automated pretty quick. But I think that for like a lot more of the software engineering, like when it comes to backend logic, especially when it's doing things like authentication, being able to fetch data, querying data, like security and all that, I think you're still going to have a human in the loop for all of that. I think AI will be a part of like standard software development industry stuff. But I for sure could see I for sure think that human developers are going to be a thing for a long time. Do you think doing AI research is great practice for industry over AI courses? It would depend. If by AI research you mean like working on your own AI projects, then I would say yes. So like I've learned infinitely more doing things with AI than I have from just taking courses, right? Like I think a perfect example of it is like a MCP server. For instance, if you're doing software development and you're working with AI, when I first started learning about what MCP servers were, I had like no idea like what the heck is an MCP server. But then when I started like actually building out software applications for them, then I was like, oh, this totally makes sense. Building application projects, but yep, he's 100% right. Building projects is better than courses every time. Um, for publications. Thanks, man. Appreciate you. Have a good one. For publications, I mean, I would say probably doing research then. Yeah. If you're talking about for publications, yeah, like I mean, if your goal is to get published, then yeah, doing your own AI research is definitely a lot better. 'Cause I mean, it's going to be what's exciting and it's going to be what people are going to want to hear and know about and see about. So I feel like you're going to get a lot more traction doing that probably than with anything else. With this, let me pull this up. So this is a project I'm working on for they're an immigration company called Global Entry Hub. I can show you the basics of the Global Entry Hub. Yeah, the website needs to be redesigned. It's it's kind of right now. But we're working on a lot of the backend logic for things. Click on here, log in. Oh, wrong email. Password 123. Yeah, let's just go ahead and. Oh, that's why this isn't the staging environment. That's what I want. Okay, so let's go to register. Okay, well, let's try 43. Pass. Hmm. Server. Oh, they must be having an issue with server right now. Okay. We go over to repositories. Bunch of- Not the fork though. Actually want is let's just go to GitHub. See here. Here we go. Staging. There we go. That's what I wanted. Alrighty. Now we're cooking. Yeah, so like this is one of the ones we're doing. Yeah, please let me know exactly what you need help with. United States and then hit enter. Oh yeah, we hit the paywall. Yep. So upgrade for more. So if we log out, do a register, do 17. Oh, it's probably because of the password not being long enough. That's exactly what it was. Okay. Cool. So yeah, so anyways, yeah, you come to this homepage, still doing some redesigns on it. But it's supposed to be for, just making the immigration process a lot smoother, a lot better. So we have this. It's the primary product, Mira. It's what the AI is called. And then if I was to say, how do create to the US, I want to come on a work visa. Yeah, so this is just interactions with it. But yeah, so a lot of the data that we use for this, we source it from actual government websites. And then I had to do the scraping logic for a lot of this stuff myself. So what we did is essentially just wrote a really, really big scraper. And then we store a lot of the data inside of our own MongoDB database that we have for this product. And yeah, whenever you sit here and talk to the actual AI interface itself, it just pulls the appropriate context that it needs from the database that we have, and that's pretty much everything for how this works. I can also show you this because if you haven't played around with Claude Design yet, you definitely need to because this thing is insane. Let me show you if it'll. Yep, here we go. It's pulling it up. Nice. So I'm in the process right now of working on. It's this product where essentially if you've ever tried to apply to like a tech job before, I'm sure you've run into this issue where you're getting ghosted by recruiters and nobody's calling you back, and the whole process is just like super cumbersome and like difficult, right? Like how do I keep track of all these applications? Why is everybody ghosting me? It'd be much easier if somebody could do this for me on automation. Well, I actually created a bot, not a bot, I should say, but a service that does that. So if we go to Yeah, here we go, Calusos. Nope, don't want that. Let's do here. So, unless CD. I have so many different projects on here. It's not even funny. Inside, yeah, we are okay. Nvim package.json. Yeah, LinkedIn bot. You have a bunch of different bots on here. One I can show you though, it'll be a lot of fun, is if I write the code with Michael Pope. No, this is it. Portfolio to subdirectory, analyze code, improve bot evasion. Me a script, LinkedIn is bot, headed mode. Yeah, this is cool. So this is something I've been building for just over a year, but it's going to be an automation for a bot that can run over LinkedIn, Twitter. My goal is ultimately to get to some of the other social media sites as well, but those are the two that I focused on for right now, just because of how much I use them. So I'm just waiting for. I don't remember what the command that I gave to the CLI in order for it to run is. I'm just waiting for Claude to spit it back out to me. The npm rpm and project root. Okay, here we go. Set reply, verbose, headless false. Okay, so like this. Yeah, if I want to find recruiters. Clear this. Let's run. And then it should, yep, pull up a browser tab. So, right, I'm not doing anything on it. I'm not touching it. It's doing all of this on its own. You'll see it goes through. It's essentially a script automation, but it goes through my LinkedIn, takes a look at my messages, and it can let me know which messages inside of my inbox that I need to respond to. It can also draft replies to messages on my behalf. Right. So like that's what right now it's looking through all the messages. It just grabbed a bunch of them, and then it's going to save the ones that it found to a .json file.